Here we go. Okay. Doing another test with the GoPro strap on. And hopefully it goes well. We're at the famous and national treasure containing temple called Kumagaya Kangiin, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I just was coming from the inside, get a birthday present for my cousin Ruben, and it went well. I got here just in the nick of time. As you guys know, there's a 6th wave of the Rona in Japan. So instead of having lockdowns, they just close everything really early. Which is inconvenient, but hey, it beats a lockdown. They don't do lockdowns here, thankfully, and they don't have those mandates like they do in other countries. You can still do what you want to do. It's just businesses gotta close early, or should. And yeah, this place is really beautiful. And just doing this test video, I probably will upload it if it doesn't come out too bad. I'm using a lens modification on the Hero 10 Black, and hopefully it doesn't take too wide of an image, and half the video is just my cheeks talking to you. The other half of 2SD, my stream bro in Poland. I got hat and gloves this time. Nice stuff too. And this is the main, well, one of the main gates. The other main gate that I walked over there. And now on the weekends, this place can be packed with tour groups and stuff. As I said, there's a 6th wave, so I've been kind of making an effort to avoid crowds and stuff. So this is the holy water, Omizu. Yeah, it has a furigana for like younger children, or maybe even older people. Forgot some kanji. Omizu, yeah, and that's the kanji for mizu particularly. So yeah, you would get here, get your holy water. Okay. They have the Fujin and Raijin statues over there. You got a young couple, I think. Oh no, it's a mother. It could be mother and son. I don't know which is Fujin and which one's Raijin. I don't know which is Fujin and which is Raijin. I'm not Japanese, sorry. That's what I'm speaking. I speak some Japanese. 日本語できるけど、私のいとこはイタリア人です。そう、誕生日ビデオ。So if you say ルーベン誕生日おめでとう、どうぞ。ルーベンは彼の名前。ルーベン、名前はルーベン。そう。If you say ルーベンさん誕生日おめでとう。See, that's Japanese style right there. Cute. If it was American, they'd be like, yeah, man, let's go. But they're pretty nice people.
Thank you.
Yeah, katajikenai.
Nice job, very smart.
Yeah. Oh, she speaks English. Oh my God. Now I'm surprised. So I asked them in Japanese. I have a YouTube channel too. So I asked her in English or Japanese which one is Fujin and Raijin, and I don't read kanji that well. I read like a child, like yochiensei, kindergarten. 私の漢字読み方は幼稚園生。
でもすごい話せてる。
優しいね。They're very, very kind.
I don't know which is the Fujin origin because it's not written.
Oh,
So I don't know. And he searched what
which is which?
yes, which,
Or who's who? Because they're deities. They're like demigods.
yes. So we can't get to know. So
It's maybe your grandparents know. Maybe the older generation, maybe they know.
I think so.
Yeah, I feel saying if I go to a church in America, like a Catholic church, there'll be all like gargoyles. You know, like you have like the oni over
I
there.
see.
Like you'll have the Ishi version called gargoyles in English.
The song, scary.
Yes.
Structure.
Like those scary guys here and some of the scary guys like here. And same feeling, same idea, but I won't know the history of maybe the individual, characters. They might have some 伝説、伝承みたいな話あるかなってもう私はもう知りません。絶対 Wikipedia 確認してます。I totally would look it up on Wikipedia because I don't know what's from what in history. So thank you so much. Sorry to bother you and because I 本当にすいませんでした。ごめんなさい。
いえいえ、こちらこそ何も分からずに申し訳ない。
You're very kind. かたじけない。ありがたき幸せでございます。Thank you. So they're really nice, and I was happy they explained. So this is like the main temple grounds, and earlier when I went to buy Ruben's birthday present, we went right here. And before I shot the video, the monk, one of the monks in charge of sales, had explained to me about like the different meanings of different charms, and I got one for his health. He said that was the most common for people's birthdays. And yeah, so this is the arts and crafts, and if you go around to the other side, there's like a separate but connected pavilion of sorts. I think it's a pavilion. You might see over there, and it's like gold laced, and artistry is very similar to Nikoto Shogu. On the left of it, you have a Shinto shrine, and then they have the COVID safety protocols like wearing a mask, don't come in if you're not feeling well, have a cough. They said don't touch the water. Whoops. I think I might have touched the water by accident. Anyways, and try to keep social distancing is what it says in katakana, social distance. The other one's something like te nantaka arui. It's like the seki to ka kiwon arui koto ka mask himete kudasai. So that's interesting because if you go to a lot of religious establishments in America, they may or may not be wearing a mask, depending on various factors. And that's how you pray. You toss in the money and you clap a couple, twice. I think they clapped twice and then they bowed, right? 2回でしょ, right?
Yes.
Okay.
2礼2拍手.
Wait, 2礼, you bow twice?
Yes, twice, and clap your hands twice.
Okay.
And bow once.
Let me see if I have bow once.
Yes.
Let me see if I have any money for the gods. Oh my, 2,500 yen, great.
Oh.
I have money and goju. Oh, this is like a wado kaichin.
Oh, do you know wado kaichin?
Yeah, I looked it up on Wikipedia.
Oh.
It's from Chichibu,
Oh, yes.
right? Like a BC Roman era. Is the copper mines in Chichibu.
Oh.
And they didn't have katana, they just had like a tachi, like a masugu sword ga arimashita. Yeah. So I just look it up on Wikipedia, and then I bother strangers like you, and I try to explain in English and what I learn, and I 英語で紹介します。
おー、すごい。
とか私は返事なんかランダムな人が話できれば、例えばタクシードライバー、今仕事、oh I'm sorry, ごめんね。You know, like in different places around Japan. I'm gonna pray for our safety and happiness. Good throw, thank you God. Okay, 1, 2. And 1 bow. Okay, and my life will probably improve from now on. わかった？人生は今から改善してますかもしれない。英語で言った。So thank you. Sorry to bother you. すいませんでした。Yeah, have a beautiful day. Yeah, you too. So I only my channel name. I'm just a small fry, small fried potato. Oh, small fry. It's like an idiom for not famous, not important. 大切じゃない人は小さいフライ, small fry, right? And then big. I never heard the term big fries because everybody likes to eat big size. Well, yeah, I'll show you in the phone if you want. It's a Namu Lala channel.
どういう綴りだ？
ローマ字でナムララ、like ララポート。
OK。どうだ？どっちだ
？N A M U L A L A. Yep, and YouTube. Yep.
This?
Yep.
Okay.
See the guy, the crazy guy, was laughing with like a big bowl of ramen and I think it's sukemen.
Oh. Did you go Fukaya?
Yes, Hanayu Onsen.
Oh, Shibusawa Eiichi.
Yeah, the android.
He is the guy.
Is your great grandfather?
Yes, and he will
Well, are you
be.
serious? 本当だ?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
He will be the bill of one
10,000 yen.
10,000 yen.
I heard.
Oh.
Maybe she's related to him. You don't know. This Japan's a very interesting country. Very connected.
Oh.
Are you from Fukaya?
No, I'm from Kumagaya. It's near the it's the next to the Fukaya.
Oh, I'm from Buffalo, New York. Niagara Falls.
Oh, Niagara.
Not New York City. New York City, it's like Kumagaya actually. Like Buffalo is like maybe medium-sized city, right? And New York City is the same state. So, and the capital of New York State is not New York City. It's Albany. Yeah. So I'm from Niagara Falls area, Niagara no Taki, by the Canadian border. So the weather is like Hokkaido, where I'm from. Yeah. So these guys are from. Here's Kumagaya. They're from this area, Kumagaya. They're like real local Japanese people, not like me. I'm a fake. I just live in Japan. I live in Honjo.
Oh.
Yeah. I almost said I'm from Honjo, but I'm not from Honjo. I'm from Buffalo. Yeah. So yeah, I'm teaching right now. I used to be a researcher before I was a teacher in scuba. Yeah, before Corona.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's life changed after, right? I'm sure. Yeah. How about you guys? What are you?
We are the university students.
Okay. Mitaso.
Yes, and his major is Japanese history.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's so interesting. Because I like to showcase like a Japanese historical places, like a Chichibu, and on my channel. Yeah, like 歴史的な観光してます。Yeah. Maybe you could help me. Yeah. So that's why I found Chichibu and then I made some small videos. But I just got the GoPro for Christmas. It's a Christmas gift from my friends and family. Yeah. So 前のビデオはちょっとシャッカー。But 今これはいいとかジンボルも買った。ジンボルはバランサー、カメラバランサー、自動的なある感じ。あるはい。So this machine is a gimbal. It's really cool actually. So like if I want to do like a fancy video with my phone, this machine.
どういうこと？
It's in English it's called a gimbal or a automatic balance. In Japanese, 和製英語でsay gimbal. So yeah,
you can put
phone here, and then you turn it on. I haven't used it so long, I almost forgot how to turn it on. Talk about not knowing how to use technology.
なんかあれじゃない、動かすと動かないやつ、なんか画角がさ。やばい、語彙力がなさすぎる。
You open it like this, and then there it is. And then it'll balance.
Oh.
So when it'll just balance, and they'll hold the camera here and move it around, and then I could do one for like tate toka yoko. TW, tall, wide, and that's how it works. Yeah. And then I could use this to change its positioning. Yeah. But the GoPro does the same thing automatically in the software. Yeah. ソフトで写真バランスがあります。Yeah. And you just set it on the software. This is a little bit better, but I like to fall sometimes. Like when I go to Nasu Kogen, I was falling down the mountain, just a little bit falling. Yeah, it was scary. Yeah, it's on my channel. It's just a small fall, but it was a yuki fubuki. It was a snowstorm, and it went, whoa, boom! And I said, thank God I have GoPro, because if it was other, it would be broken, you know.
Actually, when he was a high school student, he was in the climbing mountain club.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, shucks. Oh man, what's your name? If you don't mind me asking.
名前なんて？
俺のってこと？
あだ名だけも大丈夫。
ともき。
ふぶき？
ともき。
ともき。ともき、OK。ごめんなさい。ふぶき経験をやる。ふるさとと日本も。Yes, I know. Went to Hunter Mountain.
Oh.
Do you know?
I know.
It's a really nice ski resort near Nasu, Shiobara town. Between Nikko Toshogu とか那須高原の間には Hunter Mountain. So I just saw the name in like English on a Japanese map, and I was like, why is it Hunter Mountain in Japan? There's no Hunter, like people don't use English so freely in Japan, especially in the inaka, right? So I set my GPS to Hunter Mountain, and then I put the GoPro in the car, and I drove there in the deep snow. It was very scary. And then I see it's a ski resort, and I was like, oh, that's why. Because I don't think skiing is like traditional Japanese sport. So that's why they have like Western name for it. So yeah. And then I got for my cousin, I got them, yeah, they sold me before they closed. So I got for my cousin, and we chose purple because purple is the royal color. In English, yeah, they say royal color. And then the priest told me like the saku, like a kamisama haitte mitaina mono. And then he said like toshi mono mo arimasu. Saifu de haite kore. It looks so cool.
Oh, fudomyo.
Yeah, I love fudomyo because of like watching kung fu movie. Shorinji eiga. めっちゃく戦い嵐みたいな神様だから、so it's like そうイメージはなんか少林寺っぽいな感じだ。確かに。お坊さんがはいそうです言った。Maybe 千年が欲しいわかんないけど。Maybe he just wanted to sell it, but it looks cool. And Fudomyo, I used to live near Fudomyo Dera in Nasushobara. My old house, like a Jusan in my, was by Fudomyo Temple, and they would do shukyo no taki. Like under the water in the cold. So when my father came to Japan, he saw them doing shukyo no taki, and he's like, "Oh my God, what is this? Amazing!" And so it was really cool. Yeah. So anyway, I'll let you guys go enjoy yourself. But yeah, that's my channel, and contact me through the channel. Like my Insta. I think my Gmail and everything should be on the YouTube channel too.
Okay.
It's this Namulala, my last name.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Thank you.
かたじけない。
かたじけない。
Thank you. ご説明もいろいろありがとう。I don't know if the video. I don't even know if my GoPro is on properly. I think it's on, but I'm just testing it right now because I've only used it maybe like 2 times. So I'm still getting used to this because it can go up to 5K even. It's pretty crazy, yeah. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much.
God bless you. Even though it's a Buddhist temple, very cool. And it smells good here too. I love the smell of the wood. Ah. But yeah, so I'm surprised they actually speak English. And her boyfriend studies Japanese history and is in mountain climbing. I need it. You know, if I can get a budget, guys, I should set up a Patreon. I could hire him. It could be his first job out of college, helping the Nami Lala and friends travel in the places rarely seen or heard of in the world's eye. But yeah, there's a little park over there, and this is so beautiful. It's cool. It's interesting seeing people like come here and you see the similarities between different religions around the world. Of course, they all have the unique nuances. I'm not trying to detract from those, but definitely it's very fascinating. It's very fascinating, and it feels nice. Kind of getting that insight on the other side of the planet. Now, if I'm not mistaken, my Japanese friend and former coworker that brought me here said these placards are a list of donors and businesses that help support this temple. And if you donate a certain amount of money, you get your plaque right here. Now, I've always thought about doing that. I don't particularly make the wealthiest of salaries as an English teacher in Japan. I did a little more so when I was a researcher, but that was before Corona anyways. That was almost pretty much a different era, not almost, completely different era. But one of these days I'm considering having that done. So these are different like local shops, and I was going through Google Maps and the guides, and they will translate some of the locals' stories about it. Supposedly some of these are actually pretty well known for their different traditional snacks and whatnot. Yeah, so and then you have the Jiro Hanbaiki. So hello, konnichiwa. So I'm gonna try to get a drink. Get some. I want some tea for the health. Okay. They got the warm tea, I think. I'll get that. Just like I did last time in Nasu. And that's good. Okay. And it's not warm, it's cold, but hey, it's better than nothing. All right. But yeah, so that's the area, man. But anyways, yeah. Oh, it's so good. I am very thirsty. I was a bit dehydrated already before. Oh. It doesn't get so much cold, so very cold this part of Japan, so much as it gets dry. It happens to get very dry. And in the English weather forecast for this area where I'm living not too far from it, northern Saitama, you'll often get dry air advisories on the weather forecast in the news. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so This is some historical figures here. I can't read the name too well. I could probably check it on Google Maps. He seems to be based on the katana and the kabuto. He must have been like a samurai turned monk or someone of religious or local significance. Interestingly, Kimi ga kokoro no yasashi sa. I was just reading it from top down. Luckily they had the ofurigana there, so that helps. Yep. So I parked in that parking lot on the right. Oh, look at all those birds. It's beautiful. Now this gate isn't a national treasure, but it says in the guidebook that, and the tour guide who was also saying this last time I came here with my friend, and that it's also of quite significant design. So this is like what traditional, like medieval gates look like in Japan very much. Have you ever heard of Rashomon, that old Kurosawa film? Rashomon is actually originally named after a gate that would look something similar to this in some capacity. Of course, probably a lot bigger, I'm guessing, because it was also doubled as like a fortress gates for Kyoto, and it got burned down since some battle. But this mon is like a gate. Yep. So this one particular, I forget the name of it. The name was this is probably what its name is. I can't read this kanji too well, unfortunately. But that would be its name, particular. And you know, because it's made out of wood, they say smoking is prohibited in the area around this gate, obviously, because smoking's in the dry winter weather like this especially can be really dangerous. It was a couple of years ago, the castle, one of the main castles in historical castles in Okinawa, Naha, had caught on fire, burned down, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was an accidental fire, because a lot of people smoke in Japan, especially. It's a big smoking culture, so the chance of those accidents goes up considerably. So you see the different characters and dragons and people with different instruments and whatnot. It's pretty cool. And I asked one of my other Japanese friends who took me to this area. North of here is Ashikaga Flower Park. I thought about going there as well. And those papers with the different kanji on them are warding seals to kind of protect from evil or malicious spirits or malicious forces. So it was very interesting. I always used to wonder what those were. And that's what they are. So yeah, very fascinating. And reckoning it sometime, there might have been like an opening closing gate here. Bow, and then these two might be Fushin and Raiji. They were saying before they couldn't tell because it wasn't written, but this might be what they are. No smoking, it says in English too. It's pretty cool. And yeah, it's very interesting. So they renovate these. Very interesting. And this is these dragon carvings are kind of like wooden gargoyles, you know, and their purpose of warding off negative or evil spirits and stuff. So that made me curious. You know, my Japanese friend said gargoyle. I'm surprised. I mean, he's quite educated, but I wasn't sure if he would be aware of like gargoyles from cathedrals or not. And he mentioned that, and so I thought it was very fascinating. Draw on these different parallels from different cultures, societies, religions, and whatnot. Yeah, okay, so that is Kumagaya Kangiin. And you have a Buddha statue with like, and then you have the bell. The bell's kind of tucked away because of the pandemic. They don't want people ringing the bell. Understandably, because usually you have these bells or like a gong often in the areas where people pray. But with everybody touching it, you know, you don't wanna pass on other people's germs. So for the meanwhile, they've subsided with that. There's some small shrines and temples, like deeper in the countryside, where you can ring the bells. In case you're wondering. But yeah, those are like different historically significant religious objects in Buddhism, or from Buddhism. So the flowers, and it looks like the Hatsumode, bamboo shoots almost, like the way they have the cups of the flowers in them. So I kind of bring in the new year. Oh yeah, it's just, there's a map of this area where we are. I think that's the Tone River. Yep. So a lot of people here, they walk their dogs here with their pets and stuff like that. Or they come after work and, you know, pray for whatever hopes and wishes they would in life, just like anywhere else in the world. You have these shops here that have dento teki, like traditional looking old-fashioned shops. Yeah. So thank you for watching this if you do decide to, and have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. Namlala out.